like,
Audience.
so you ready to say that?
3.6 million. Sounds like a lot, doesn't it? What if I told you guys it's really more than 3.6 million high school and middle school students that have used e-cigarettes in 2018? Since the use of e-cigarettes among the youth has skyrocketed in the past year at a rate of academic proportions, the Surgeon General released an advisory stressing the importance of protecting the children from a lifetime of nicotine addiction and associated health risks. Most of us, if not all of us, have read a news article or heard a news story about an illness, a death, or just the rise in use of vapes. The bottom line is, if we don't get a handle on this or take some kind of initiative on our youth in this matter, the outcome has the ability to have a high mortality rate. We must take aggressive measures to protect our children. I'm a mother, an aunt, a cousin, and a youth softball coach. Therefore, I have many family members and people close to me that fall in that age group that are currently being the most affected by this epidemic. I understand that I play a vital role in educating myself and those that I can of the dangers of vaping. Today, I'm going to educate you on vaping, the dangers of it, and the rise of the use among our teens. First and foremost, let me describe to you in detail what vaping is. Vaping, also used with the term of e-cigarette, consists of inhaling smoke from some form of an electronic cigar or device, and they usually contain nicotine or some other harmful chemical. Some may suggest that vaping is not risky or harmful at all. However, it is, and it can cause a variety of health effects. Vaping was originally introduced to replace smoking and replace cigarettes. Vaping has the potential to affect brain development, and long-term involvements are not yet known. Vaping puts nicotine into the body. Nicotine is highly addictive and can affect your memory, concentration, brain development, and your mood. For the vapes that do not contain nicotine, they still are harmful. Some vapes may contain THC oil, marijuana, and other dangerous chemicals, and each of these also have the potential to be harmful. Now let's talk about the dangers of vaping. According to a recent CNN news source, in September of 2019, they reported the 7th person that has died due to a vaping-related illness in the United States. After a recent outbreak of lung injuries, the U.S. Centers of Disease Control activated its Emergency Operations Center within the research study. There is 36 states and the U.S. Virgin Islands included, 380 cases of lung illnesses, and they are all said to be associated with the use of vaping and or e-cigarettes. One of the biggest dangers in vaping is the unknown. What I mean by that is no study has yet been conducted on the long-term effects. Like I already stated, the nicotine in the vape is highly addictive, and the other chemicals have proven to be extremely dangerous to our youth. Some of the vapes that contain particular flavors also contain formaldehyde, which is causing cancer in the living tissue. This may be hard to believe, but the Juul pod contains roughly the same amount of nicotine from an entire pack of cigarettes. Another danger of vaping is the secondhand effect. The vapor remains on surfaces and can be absorbed to the skin and can increase someone's risk of being nicotine dependent as well. Now that we are familiar with what vaping is, the dangers of it, now let's discuss the rise of the vaping among our teens. Per data that was retrieved from the FDA from 2017 to 2018, there was a 78% increase in high school students who use a vape. According to the Surgeon General, vaping among high school students increased by 900% from 2011 to 2015. This increase is epic and calls for drastic measures. A teen is still growing and their brain is still developing. If they are vaping, the chemicals and nicotine in it can cause adverse effects. There was a research survey conducted in 2018 to see how frequently teens use and the access points to where they obtained the vape. The data revealed a high number of occasional users observed their family and friends, which might serve as a gateway to the vape use. high number of habitual users observed having access through vape shops, gas stations, and convenience stores. Due to the availability of kid-friendly flavors, it has made vaping more appealing to our teens. There has also been considerable progress made in reducing cigarette smoking among our youth. However, the tobacco industry continues to find new and improved ways to make vaping even more discreet, allowing our teens to hide vape devices from their family and even take them into schools. Today, I have educated you on vaping, the dangers of it, and the rise of the vaping among our teens. With the knowledge I provided you today, and in now knowing that over 3.6 million of our youth are at great health risk due to vaping, I hope that we all as a nation can come together and fight this epidemic. We must take aggressive steps to protect our children from these highly potent products that have the potential to claim their lives.